This is going to be the main lobby. It'll be a real formal lobby with coffered ceilings and drops and crowns. Everything will be ornate in terms of its architectural detail. Originally, the plan for this building derived around the idea that the inn wanted to face the sidewalk and the street. A lot of front porches really gave us an opportunity to use the porches as shade mechanisms, still keep a lot of glass out front. Banquet hall is servicing about 150 folks. It's geared around large gatherings, weddings, things like that, wedding receptions. All of the rooms in themselves, they have what's called a PTAC unit. Basically, it's a heat pump that sits through the wall, so every single room has its own mechanical system and its own thermostat that cools and heats that room and only that room. So the building as a whole is designed around on-demand heating and cooling. So that in and of itself is a high energy efficiency model for how to do this, in lieu of having a system that might have two big units outside ducted all through the building and thermostats trying to compete with each other to heat and cool areas of the building, based on those demands. It's going to be controlled in two ways. One, it'll be controlled back to the desk. So the desk, as soon as they get a reservation and a time for somebody to come in the room, they can gear it up to a certain temperature. And then individually inside the rooms, there's a thermostat. So that the guest can literally bring the area up to whatever.
Heat pumps are the most efficient way to heat and cool a small space. Morgan House has recently retrofitted their rooms with heat pumps as well.
The foundation is built on superior foundation systems that are formed on a styrofoam form. And so they're completely insulated from the bottom of the foundation up to the sill plate. The walls themselves are structural insulated panels. On this building we use structural insulated panels for a balloon frame, which we usually don't do, but this building really lended itself well to that. And a balloon frame is a system where instead of building the floor, putting the wall on the floor, building the floor on that wall, putting the wall on that floor, this system is a single panel that runs from the foundation all the way up to the roof bearing and is a continuous styrofoam panel. And that panel blank is 8 foot by 24 foot. So in this room, from that base up there all the way to that bearing point up there is 24 feet, and that can be made out of one panel. And it's solid styrofoam with nothing in it, no wood in it at all.
SIPS panels are foam panels that provide a highly insulated and airtight exterior wall. Andrew Klein used SIPS panels in the construction of his first passive house.
The fact that we don't have studs every 16 inches on center or 24 inches on center, we have styrofoam for a solid 8 feet by 24 feet without any wood. So the high performance of that system is really incredible. And then those same panels were used for the mansard roof. All the suites then have a sloped wall, and then the roof itself is an R32 insulation board on top of that deck, and then the white membrane on top of that. So the entire envelope is treated with insulation from below grade all the way up to and around the envelope, and it's very tight. In the winter, the temporary heat in the building was provided by a propane salamander heater, and it was sat back there by that back door, and it literally heated this whole building with one salamander heater. It was pretty incredible. Guys on the third floor were wearing t-shirts in February. It was pretty amazing.